Hey, Pisces, intuitive soul coach here with your August 2023 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right away here, I'm getting that in the month of August, you'll be able to save a little bit more than maybe the prior months. There could have been a big investment, even a trip, travel, something that you had to pay off or you were working really hard towards. Now the ball is flowing forward. Now the ball is in your court, where I am seeing either new income, additional income, growth, abundance. And this makes sense because you actually have the treasure card showing up as your overall energy for the month of August. So let's back up here. In the recent past, Pisces, you have the Mass card. This can talk about saving pennies. It can be about finding money, secret stash, saving to contribute to maybe a debt or a loan or a bill or an appliance, something that you may need or want, whether it's a vehicle or a home. It doesn't matter if it's something minor or something larger, but for you, it is important here. Now, you may have a career, Pisces, in acting. This can be assisting other people, whether you are an executive assistant, administrative assistant. Some of you may even be hiring someone to help you out. If you've been feeling very stressed out, you may be needing additional help or a helping hand. This can be about your hidden potential, Pisces. So a lot of you are diving into enhancing the skills that you are already good at. And for others of you, you're adding to your skill sets. So there could be something new you are learning, and you will actually evolve quite quickly into this skill set. And if you already are pretty good at what it is here that you do, I'm seeing that there's going to be big advancements or big breakthroughs because of whatever this new talent or skill set or potential is for you. Now, in the present month here of August, you have the treasure chest. This is one of the best cards. It's like the sun card in tarot. It talks about worry-free finances, having a little bit of money in reserve, which we talked about having a little more extra money. Now, some of you may have recently paid off a debt or, again, a loan, or there could have been a bigger payment. Maybe you made a big payment on some sort of insurance or something that you really wanted to tackle. And I'm just getting here the 10 of Wands, where you may be releasing a heavy burden or a heavy financial obligation. It could have even been a deadline or a project. But in the recent past, I feel like you had to become someone else, or you had to have some sort of mentality with this Mass card to get down to the nitty gritty and figure something out here is what I feel for you. Now, when the treasure shows up, you may be, again, an executive assistant, you may be in sales, you could be planning. And isn't this interesting? You have hidden potential and hidden talent showing up here twice for you. So there could be things below the surface that you don't see coming in. It could be that you surprise yourself by how good you put your word out there. For example, let's say you have an interview coming into fruition, or maybe a promotion or a meeting. It could be something that you may have been dreading or felt a little bit of anxiety towards, and you get in it and you think, wow, this isn't as bad as I thought. You actually surprise yourself by how smooth the words may have flown, or how you decided to kind of take over. It's almost like you become someone else. Again, I'm getting this energy with the mask. It's almost like you put on your superpower cape, right? Your superhuman cape. And usually this mask card can represent betrayal, and it can represent someone maybe trying to steal from you, steal your ideas. I mean, that could certainly be the case for you, Pisces, but I'm getting a little bit of the opposite here, where you are entering your zone of genius. This is about you putting on that cape, and it's like, It's like, is it Superman? Yeah, where Clark puts on his cape and he becomes someone else. I feel like that's how you are when you get in a specific mode. It could be when you are writing a book, right? When you write a book, it's almost like you have to get into character. Just like with acting, right? You have to get into character. So there is something here that surprises you, and you're actually a lot not better than you think, but it may surprise you on how good you are at something. That's what I'm feeling here. Now, if you're heading towards a new beginning or a new venture, it's going to surprise you on how natural, thank you, Spirit, how natural or how organic something comes to you. Why and how? Because it's part of your soul's mission. It's part of your soul's purpose. If something pans out a lot better for you than it has in the past, it's because it is in alignment with your soul's human experience that you chose to have. And something here is shedding weight or shedding some sort of clarity. It's coming into focus. You're going to see that this is an opportunity for you. And in the future here, you have the tree. So this is all about financial growth coming to fruition. It's all about abundance. This can be about leaving a legacy. Whenever the tree card shows up, it reminds me of the 10 of Pentacles, which is a beautiful card to have in any reading, specifically a career reading. And this is all about things coming to fruition, abundance, leaving behind a legacy, creating a sense of stability, not just for yourself independently, but for those around you, whether you live with others, your family, your children. You may actually leave behind such a powerful imprint or impact with what it is that you do, that you have either friends, family members, your own children, or those around you that actually follow in your footprints. So really beautiful energy here, Pisces. Let's dive into your reading and see what is the overall theme or energy for you in the month of August when it comes to money, career, wealth, abundance. What do we have here, please, for Pisces? How would you like this? Thank you. All right, so we're just going to get all the cards here out on the board, and then we'll dive in. How are you feeling here, Pisces? How are you feeling? Let's take a look at environment, please. Thank you. Hopes and fears. And Mallory, they're giving me the name here, Mallory. So there is, okay, thank you, Spirit. It could be Mallory. It could be someone that you meet, a new person. It could be your name, a middle name. Please take that as it resonates. All right. Wow. You've had to fight for justice here. You've had to fight for what it is that you truly seek, that you truly desire. And I feel like you are absolutely headed towards that new beginning. Now, your main overall energy for the month of August is justice. Now, this shows up as fair judgment, settlement, offers, negotiation, compromise, whether you're dealing with a legal issue, whether you are dealing with some sort of unfairness or a situation that may have felt where you were targeted, maybe even. I mean, we talk about the mask. All masks are off is kind of the energy I'm getting. All masks are off, but you, again, you're turning into this energy that you've had all along. And that energy is of strength, of determination, of power. So I do feel for you, Pisces, that there's some sort of situation that you may have felt blinded to, or you may not have known how it was going to work out, is actually coming into more balance here, because you can see that this justice, she has a blindfold on her eyes there. So she has to trust her intuition, Libran energy here. She has to trust that things are working out in her favor, even though those storm clouds are behind her. This can be silver lining. It can be seeing a situation coming to some sort of compromise, settlement, or negotiation after feeling like it wasn't quite equal, because you may have been dealing with someone who could have treated you poorly based on your competence level, your looks, your age, your sex, your race, whatever this was here for you. I do feel like there could have been some sort of defensiveness. Someone had to maybe get defensive or felt defenseless even in the situation. But justice is saying here, justice will be served and something better is waiting. There could have been someone wearing a false mask, of course, but I feel like you're rising above it. You're stronger than you think you are, and you're actually coming out of some difficulties, because Five of Swords is in your recent past here, and that can be a very difficult challenge, right? Conflict. It can be arguments. It can be unfair settlements, not coming to a negotiation, kind of going back and forth, back and forth. But I feel like you are willing to win at all costs. Now, some of you may be lawyers. For others of you, you could work as an assistant, a legal assistant as well, or you may be even a humanitarian who wants to help the people. There's something here with being a helpful source. Now, your challenge in the month of August is the Queen of Coins. The challenge here is to find some sort of confidence within you to excel moving forward. You already have the confidence. You just need to dig a little bit deeper to really find it and to put on that superhero cape, right? When the Queen of Coins shows up here, I feel like this can be about your money as well. It's about resourcefulness. You may feel like something is you're wasting your time or your energy because it may not shift or it may not change, but I feel like you are going to move into a new direction that offers you more abundance, right? And that may be why you have this hidden energy coming in, because something you cannot see, right? She again has those blindfolds on. So something you cannot see is coming in here for you. And we have the mask, which is like that, that blindfold. Some of you may actually be going to, this is a very specific, you may be going to a ball or are they called gala? There could be some sort of event where you are called to wear one of these masks. That may only be for a few specific ones of you. There could even be a work conference or a meeting or something of that nature. Now, I can't see everybody sitting around a big table wearing these masks. That may be pretty funny, but it could be a ball or some sort of charitable event or something you maybe volunteer, or it could be you're setting up. Some of you, I feel like you are hosting. You could be the host. I'm also getting here a planner. So it could be wedding planner, event planner, birthday coordinator. There's something around that showing up here as well. Some of you may feel like you don't have the resources or the money or the finances to keep going in a direction. Maybe you've opened your own business and you think, well, this isn't lucrative. I've been at it for 3 years and it's just not growing. It's not evolving. It's not you may decide to take a new approach, whether it's a new approach to a pre-existing business or it's a whole new approach altogether. The choice is yours. But I feel like you are making new moves in your world that is going to help increase your finances instead of feeling like you're crunching numbers, crunching time, wasting energy on things that aren't fruitful, that are not abundant. This can be about finding more peace within your abundance. Some of you are taking a deep dive into your belief system around how you feel about money, the energy connection between you and money. So that's something to look at here, because typically the Queen of Coins, when she's not showing up in the challenger position, she is someone who is very practical, down to earth. Others enjoy the fruits of her labor. She can sometimes be a little too materialistic as well. So some of you, the ball could drop in the other court here, where you may be spending money left and right? You may be spending money that you do not have. This could be embracing in the luxuries of life here. They're giving me, some of you may be buying a ticket or taking a trip, but you may be spending extravagantly, but then you have to pay something off. Please take that as it resonates. But the Queen of Coins, be mindful of what you're spending and just be a little bit resourceful, because you may need that for that money or that energy. You may need to save that for something that really could help you down the road. What's below you here? What's below you? The Chariot. This is all about you recovering from a challenging time, but you've been tested. Your dedication, your finances, the belief system around money, you felt stuck. It's almost like you rev up the engine within, right? The Chariot, you see this beautiful car here, whether Lamborghini, whatever this car is. Maybe some of you have drive a fancy car. I'm getting here convertible for some of you. Could even be I'm getting Corvette, even though that's not a Corvette. Those are the two cards here. I'm getting here that it's like you rev up your engine, you get excited about something, you take off, and then boom, it's like you stall, you get a flat tire. And then you fix the tire. It takes a little bit of time, a little bit of patience, and then boom, boom, I'm ready to go. I'm going to rev up, and then I go, and then there's a detour sign. So it's like you can't quite catch that speed, but I feel for a lot of you, you may have felt like you were on full speed for quite some time, but there is something within the body, because sometimes the vehicle can represent our own body. So some of you may have felt exhausted, and you just, maybe there was some manifestation of a health concern. Maybe it showed up in the form of, hip problems or knee surgery or a twisted, ankle, or maybe a broken toe, or something of that nature, just to slow you down a little bit. Regardless where you were on that highway, whether you were stuck or you were going full speed, take it as it resonates for you. But deep down, I feel like you have some choices here. And this is coming back up because I feel like you want to put yourself on that right track, whatever that may look like to you. Now, in the recent past, Pisces, you have the Five of Swords. There could have even been a road trip. I'm backing up here. There could have been a road trip or a new vehicle purchase, something you're paying off, or maybe you're still paying towards. There could have been a company vehicle. Someone may have had an accident. Now, it doesn't mean a full-on accident, but someone may have been in a fender bender, and they may have been dealing with an insurance claim. Okay. Now, in the recent past here, okay, they keep bringing me back to this Chariot. Okay, what is that here? Someone may have needed to be added on to an insurance policy. Some of you are in insurance and you could be dealing with claims yourself. Some of you may have been treated unfairly or poorly when it comes to something that may have not been your fault, but you may be insured. You may have some sort of insurance that covers you, and it doesn't have to be actual, life insurance or health insurance, but I do feel like you are insured, whatever that may mean for you. So again, let's try this again. In the recent past, Five of Swords. This can be about compromise, right? I want to win at all costs, whether this is your energy or someone around you. Needing to get the last word, needing to speak up in a ruthless manner, a very angry at times tone. They may really stick to something because it's a deep value of theirs, or they just need to win. So no matter what, they're going to make sure they win with this Five of Swords. I don't feel like this is you, Pisces. I feel like someone around you may be quite ruthless and they don't know how to compromise, but it's something surprises you. Maybe because this person was so ruthless to do whatever they needed to do to win, and then out of the blue, some sort of negotiation or judgment comes in here for you. It takes you by surprise, or it is unexpected here, but I feel like it's going to actually help you move forward. Now, what's above you here, what's in your potential, what are you manifesting, is strength. You have here unquestioned confidence. And we talked about that earlier. Even though the Queen of Coins, she's very confident, it's typically that Queen of Wands who sometimes can lack confidence, but when she's feeling in her power, she's feeling it all. Now, I am getting here with this strength card, and also Pisces, some of you may be dealing with a Cancer or with an air sign that was coming in. Some of you may need to get some air. Some of you may need to take a break or take a breath from a situation. Breath work could really help you out. And some of you, I'm getting here, water with the Cancer, may need to be near water, or maybe you could catch your breath near water. Okay, the Strength card. I absolutely love. This is probably one of my favorite cards that depicts strength. And you can see here that he's lost a limb. He's lost his leg. And a lot of times people would think that that would set them back, that they would never be able to have that life that they'd dreamed of, that they can't get to where they need, that they have to rely on others, right? And we just talked about something with the limb slowing you down. So some of you, you may have actually had something amputated. Now, for others of you, this can be detaching, emotionally detaching from a situation, but you're actually coming back stronger. And 8 is August energy, Leo season, and this is what we're clarifying, August. So there is something here that you are heading towards this feeling here, this energy of unwavering confidence and strength that maybe comes up or bubbles up within you that you don't even realize you have, Pisces, but you do. Because look at him. Not only has he overcome this challenge of not having a limb, he's coming back stronger. I mean, he's running and he's using this prosthetic limb to overcome any of those obstacles that he may have told himself at one point is impossible, is now turning to the word impossible itself spells I'm possible. And that's what your theme here is. I'm possible. So whatever it was that you thought wasn't going to happen, it's actually going to happen. And I feel like this inner strength, that superhero strength, just like you hear on TV. You hear stories of, people lifting vehicles off of their children, or you hear people having this superhuman strength. Now, it doesn't have to be that that's what's showing up here for you, but I am getting here when it comes to mental, when it comes to maybe emotional, you have some sort of strength that you feel like you haven't ever tapped into, because some of you may have been in a fight or flight mode, but you have this strength within you that you're touching base on here. It may have been deeply hidden, but you have what it takes here. Now, in the near future, you do have the Knight of Coins showing up. It is showing up in the reverse here, so I do feel that patience is absolutely necessary, but don't stall. Don't stall on making a decision, because sometimes the Knight of Coins in reverse can feel a little bit unbalanced. You don't quite want to make a decision because you feel like you're going to fall off of that. I mean, look at him. He's on that tightrope, standing on top of a motorcycle, holding and balancing a pentacle. I mean, that takes effort, that takes patience, that takes dedication and consistency. So I feel like patience is required here for you. There may be a little bit of a waiting period to bring something fully into balance, but you're going to see that, yes, you are moving forward, but it may be taking a little bit of time for you. I'm also getting here with the strength. He's actually moving towards something of the past. So I feel like you are overcoming a situation here that may have been very challenging. Now, the strength card, again, he's looking at the past and he's saying, I will get through this. So whether it was a hard lose, maybe it was a time off, a period of rejection, or feeling difficult, challenging, demoted, unemployed, or maybe it's taken a while to maybe build up your finances to buy a home. I feel like you're revisiting something with a new perspective, a new point of view, saying, I got this. I got this. It doesn't matter what external circumstances show up outside of my control. I am still in control of my response and my action. So pat yourself on the back here, Pisces, because you are mentally prepared, more so than you think. And the Knight of Coins, he's actually moving towards his future here. But you're taking action. You're being cautious, but don't be too cautious here, okay? Don't be too cautious. But of course, balance what you need to balance. And I feel like you are heading towards more abundance, more financial growth, more money in reserve. It's just taking a long time to pay something off or to head towards those wishes or dreams. Now, how are you feeling? This is all about you. Six of Cups. Again, you may be looking back on a situation. You may be looking at some memories, thinking of when times were good. Okay, thinking, wow, I used to work for this place or be in this situation when my finances were really good, and then boom, something came in, a health concern, or, a settlement, or some sort of a vehicle expense or home expense, or maybe the landlord, was selling the property and we had to move out. Whatever this is affecting your finances, your income, your career, whatever area that has to deal with wealth or money. But I sense that you're looking back on it and you're able to see the silver lining. Instead of getting lost in the past, which is possibly what you've done in the past, replaying something over and over in your head, thinking, how could I have done things differently? You finally get it. There's something here that you get and you're saying, well, I've learned a very valuable lesson, but instead of replaying that same record that is on repeat, that is skipping and that is broke, I feel like you're tossing the record all together and you're saying, I'm listening to a new song, or maybe you're putting on a new album that is more aligned with where you want to head forward towards instead of what you're leaving behind here. Even though the Strength is revisiting the past, you're actually revisiting it in order to help you move forward because you don't want to go around in a cycle that you've already been through. Six of Cups. Sixes represent harmony, figuring out ways to solve problems. It's about taking responsibility, and that's what you're doing here. When the Six of Cups shows up here for you as well, it's about second chances. It is about practicing kindness. There could even be a past employer, a past friend that connects or ties you or helps you get a job. There could be a new offer coming in here. But I feel like you are moving out of imbalance. Okay, you're moving out of imbalance. Now be sure with the Three of Cups here showing up in your circumstances, in your environment, be sure that you aren't having expectations that are just too high that automatically set you up for failure, okay? Because there's something here with, yes, having healthy goals, but there's also something here with expecting or expectations that are going to set you up for failure or disappointment. So do take a look at that. Now, the Three of Cups, when it's feeling good, right? When it's in the upright energy, which it's not here, but typically this can be reversed, right? If there is something that feels excessive, you have the ability to shift it, to change it into a more celebratory energy. How can we shift this? Instead of feeling like we're on the outside looking in, can we get on the inside, right? If we feel like we are left out, how can we speak up and be more part of some sort of connection, community? If we feel like we are sectioning ourselves off to society, to groups, to networks, to people, to whoever this may be for you, what do you need to do to feel more a part of your tribe, to feel more connected, right? Because it's our responsibility to heal. And I see that you are taking some sort of action towards your healing, financial recovery, emotional health and wealth coming up here for you. But the Three of Cups, this can feel a little bit of a triangle happening here. He said, she said, right? So some of you, there could be a mediator. Some of you may be dealing with a mediator. Now, even though these are career readings, it's still financial. So some of you may be in the woes of a divorce. Or there could be some sort of settlement where you have this party and then you have you and then there's someone, again, some sort of mediator. And this third party energy is, it's a headache. But I do feel here that there is a fair settlement coming in here. Something that you absolutely, you want, you deserve it. Now, your outcome energy came out with your hopes and fears. So I'm going to read them together here. So I do feel like your hope and fear is to have a new beginning, right? Ace of Wands and the Temperance. The fear here is the hope is the new beginning, which actually is going to manifest into your outcome. You will have this new beginning here, Pisces, that you seek because you've been working so hard, and I just love this deck. It's one of my favorites. Check it out. It's the Tarot for Empaths deck in the description box below, but the imagery on here is so incredible. And you see here that she's at the start, not the finish. She's at the start of a new marathon or a new walk or a new beginning, whatever that is for her. And I feel like, yes, it takes dedication. Yes, it takes effort, which we talk about with the Strength and we've talked about here. When the Ace of Wands shows up, this is a motivated new beginning where there was some sort of delay, and that's the fear. The fear is you don't want to feel stuck any longer. You don't want to sit there at that start line waiting and waiting and waiting for someone else to make the call, right? You just want to go. You don't want to have to wait for that third party energy, that mediator, or, someone else to call the shots. But it feels like you have been here for a while, whether it's a boss, whether it is, a coworker, maybe even a family member, whoever this third party energy is for you that may be calling the shots. I feel like you're patient, Pisces, but your patience is starting to wear thin, and you may decide to just go, okay? To just go, whatever that means for you. And so I feel like you've been preparing for this race, but it's almost like you're expending your energy by waiting, right? And it's like you're excited right when you get up to that start line, you're ready for the horn to go off so you can boom, get it. But it's like you've been sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting, and you're losing momentum and losing momentum. And this is the fear, right? What if I lose momentum? So when they finally do blow that horn, I don't have any energy left in me to have that new beginning. That's the fear. Now I sense your final outcome here, which you can push through those fears, and you can have this new motivated beginning that you seek and that you desire, because I feel like that is your final outcome. Very powerful energy here. This is again, some of you are surprising yourself by how much you have. So for example, we just talked about the energy that sometimes may take a lot out of her because she's been sitting there waiting for that damn start to happen for quite some time. And she may finally start to get a little bit agitated. Instead of being ready in that position that you see her in, she may stand up and start to stretch and look around her, where boom, when that horn gets called, it's like it takes her by surprise. So there could be something that takes you by surprise here, but I still feel like you are ready for it, because it's not like you have completely wandered off from that start line, right? It's just that you've grown impatient, but you're still very much ready. Now let's take a look here, Pisces, and get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. Wow, this doesn't surprise me. You have the tribe. And we've been talking about your people, your tribe connection. It's also card 8. So this is the card that we will read the prosperity message from the guidebook. And then we also have peace. And we have yin energy. So the yin is, yin yang energy. This is all about receptivity. It is about letting things come to you as well. And I feel like this is intuitive strength, right? This is things that you already have within, because that feminine energy can be internal. It is that female, or not female, the feminine aspect here of receiving what is rightfully yours. And I feel like there's good blessings coming your way. And actually there's more peace coming your way as well. Even though it may feel a little bit chaotic at times, you have this egg. So for those of you that felt like you were walking on eggshells, waiting for something to come up, you do have this new beginning that's going to bring in more peace. It's card 23. Some of you may be born on the 23rd, the 2nd, or even the 8th. All right, let's see what messages are showing up here from the tribe. Some of you may even be in a life path 8 number, or in an 8 personal year number. For those of you that are not familiar with personal years, I will link the collective videos in the description box below, and you can find out more about your personal year there. All right, so card 8. Now this card is all about community. It is about belonging, being seen and understood by others. It's about like-minded connections, a sense of family and friendship, and knowing your place in the world. This card signals a new affiliation with a group. Humans are social creatures, and we need to know that we are useful in our tribes, families, and communities. In a tribe, everyone has an important function and feels that they matter. Membership in the group provides a sense of belonging, of kinship, and of purpose that comes from working together for the greater fulfillment of all. Perhaps you are part of a spiritual community or an artistic one. Perhaps you are in a learning community where you share your love of education. Regardless of its form, Pisces, or focus, your community brings you joy. You will be inspired by it and want to contribute to it. Your contribution may be as small as showing up or as large as becoming its leader. No matter your position in the tribe, your presence is needed. Whenever you're in a community of like-minded others, there's a powerful opportunity to reap great abundance. It's essential to ask, what can I contribute, rather than what can I get from this? Figure out a need and look to fill it. Something meaningful will manifest. Even if what manifests is small, it is a sign that the doors of opportunity will swing open wider. There's also another meaning of this card to consider. Try not to be all things to all people. Choose your role and be true to it, and serve from a sense of authenticity. There is no greater feeling of accomplishment than knowing, Pisces, that you have purpose, and you absolutely do. I'm loving this for you. You're going to see that sense of purpose that you hold and that you carry if you haven't already. Now at this time, we're going to open up that third eye chakra and we're going to get messages from your spirit animals. So Pisces, at this time, I ask if you can, close your eyes and take a deep breath in from that solar plexus chakra, the belly area. A nice big deep breath. Hold it for as long as you can and release through the mouth. And another deep breath in from the solar plexus. Hold it as long as you can and release through the mouth. And I want you to, with your eyes closed, focus on that third eye chakra, the area between the eyebrows and the forehead region. And Pisces, I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. This could be an animal that flies high in the sky or swims deep in the sea. It could be an animal that is wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. It could be an animal that's recently crossed your path in the great outdoors, or one that's crossed over the rainbow bridge. There is no right or wrong answer, Pisces. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do, Pisces, is drop your power animals in the comment section below. And I personally will enter you into that free reading giveaway where I draw one lucky winner around the first of each month and post right back here on the channel. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss that notification. All right, this makes complete sense with your reading, the animals showing up for you. Now we have these numbers that may be significant. It could be your age, it could be in your telephone number, your street address, or your birthday. We have 68, 19, 39, and 23. The first animal here we have is wombat spirit, and it says be at home. That's all about authenticity. That's all about your tribe. That's all about your higher self and connecting to yourself, your soul, right? Being at home with who you are in your own skin, not having to necessarily feel like you have to be someone else, right, with the mask. However, it may sound like a dichotomy here because I'm telling you that you are, you're getting into character here. There's something about you getting into character, but it's not that you are being someone that you're not. It's that you are preparing, or that character already exists within you and you feel more at home possibly. So be at home with who you are, the choices that you are making, and your soul's experience that you've chose to have here. We have dog spirit. Be loyal to what you love. Dog. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I'm getting here. This is interesting. I'm getting wiener dog. Now, some of you may have a wiener dog, and I'm getting a pitty as well, a pit bull. So those two dogs, they could be very prominent in your world. It could be a dog that's crossed over for you, or one that you have currently, or you may be thinking about getting. Two different types of breeds, a wiener dog and a pit bull. Again, please take that as it resonates. Be loyal to what you love, Pisces. Next, we have Moth Spirit. Surrender now. Yeah, this is about complete surrender. And the more that you surrender, the more you actually allow your strengths to shine. So many people get caught up thinking surrendering is going to expose those weaknesses, and you'll be left to completely exposed and attacked, and you're just gonna there's such a bad rap when it comes to surrendering or vulnerability, but that's actually your greatest strength, because when we surrender, we allow the universe and breathing room to work its magic. We start to release that sense of control that the ego puts upon us, that we have to have this, or an expectation of how something should look. When we surrender to our divine plan, which may look different, completely different than our ego's plan, that's when the magic happens. Don't resist some sort of change here. There's a new beginning available to you, Pisces. And last but not least, card 23, we have Eagle Spirit. Spirit has your back. Yeah, trust this to be true for you. There could be significant time around August 8th, which is that 8-8 portal, a very powerful energy here of manifestation, activation, strength, which you have here. You may actually see eights. We see the 8 in your reading a few different times. This is August energy. 8 also represents power, authority, strength, control, speed. So things may speed up for you, even though I feel like you're taking a step back and there could be some sort of pause, break, or reevaluation, but you're not going to stay in that period for too long before things start to speed up towards this new beginning here. So I'm loving your power animal messages. Now, last but not least, Pisces, let's see which crystal, gemstone, fossil, or mineral you can use in the month of August to help you on your most prosperous path. All right, you have a few cards that came out. Oh, wow, I love this. So we have Pink Sapphire, card 44. 4 and 4 equals what? 8. Yes, another 8 for you. We have Jade energy showing up, and we also have Celestite. So Celestite helps us connect to higher levels of consciousness. It can help us open that third eye and that crown chakra more. Jade is green, and it's all about that heart center, connecting to staying loyal, as the dog says, staying loyal to what it is that you love. And we're going to read the Pink Sapphire because that's the 8 energy here as well. So let's take a look at card 44 and what messages are showing up here for you. All right, 44 is all about forgiveness. It's about choosing to heal. It's about acceptance and letting go. And it's about soothing the heart. And the prosperity message for you, Pisces, is this. Claiming the affluence you desire means letting go of the belief that you do not deserve it. Forgive yourself today for what you didn't know or didn't do, and commit fully to healing the self who has mistakenly believed your destiny was to live in scarcity. That's not what the universe wants for you. Forgive the universe for seeming to be absent at times. Forgive yourself for getting in your own way. Forgive others for not being who you wanted them to be. Clear away, Pisces, the old stories to make room for the new ones. The new ones that co-create abundance, and tell a new one of overcoming challenges and owning your strength. There it is. Let's own that strength. That's what you're manifesting here. The conscious universe really does want you to have all that you need. So clear the way through the powerful act of forgiveness. Now, Pink Sapphire teaches forgiveness, and it assists us in moving past old fears and into a space of being open to not only giving love, but receiving it as well. Remember that yin energy, or was it yang energy that was showing up for you? That can be about opening up that heart chakra as well. When you meditate with Pink Sapphire, this stone helps open the heart and ease the emotions, especially those that are related to a difficult letdown from a relationship in your world, whether it was a boss, whether it was a complete stranger. This can help heal relationship rifts that have occurred maybe due to money. It could be arguments that you've had even with a partner or with a family member around money, but it can open you up to viewing things and seeing things from a new light, because I am getting here, even though, again, career readings, this has to do with money, wealth, abundance, and prosperity. Some of you may have had a conflict with a family member around money, who owes what. It could be about, who makes more. Someone should put in more money towards this, or who's paying for what. Because I am getting here a little bit of conflicting, argumentative energy when it comes to that. But it could also be a boss. It could be a friend. It could be a coworker. Someone may have asked to borrow money, and you may have had to put your foot down and say, no, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep saying yes to you because I need to save for my dreams, instead of feeling yours where you're not doing anything about it, right? Take responsibility for your own healing with money. I need to take responsibility in mine. So Pisces, Again, your outcome cards are fantastic. Treasure, Tree, and Ace of Wands. I mean, yes, something has been a long time coming for you, but trust in the universe. Trust that those dreams that you've been wanting to manifest for quite some time, that they absolutely can and will come to fruition with the tree. That is what I have for you, Pisces, for the month of August 2023 for career, wealth, finances, and income. I hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to drop those power animals in the comment section below. And if you're vibing with the energy of the channel and you haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please do so. Thank you so much for being here. Lots of love.